What's up, guys? We're back with another episode of the podcast, and today we have a lot to talk about with the Grizzlies. Um, Ja Morant just got traded, and the NBA draft just happened, so let's dive in. All right, so the first point I'm going to be talking about is the Ja Morant situation. So, as most of y'all know, he got traded to the Portland Trailblazers for Jeremy Grant and Chris Murray, which is not a great trade. His value was so low, so we kind of just had to get rid of him. It's just sad to see because he's one of my favorite players of all time, and he was so good a few years ago for us, making two All-Star games, and yeah, has been our number one player for a while. But he had some off-court issues, as all of y'all know, and also he was not playing well, so his value was very low. And we kind of are in the rebuilding phase, so we already traded Jaren Jackson away and Desmond Bain, so Ja was that one who was next. So a lot of us knew it was gonna happen. We just didn't know when it was gonna happen and where he would go, what we'd get for him. So it ended up happening. Ended up going to the Blazers. So it's obviously very sad as a Grizzlies fan because he's was that guy for us for many years. So um, well, I think it was the right choice at the end of the day because we're kind of rebuilding that franchise, starting over with our team. And I mean, at the same time, I would have liked to see him have another chance, maybe one more half a year or something, to see if he could turn it around and change. But it is what it is. We're kind of restarting the franchise or restarting the team and kind of building around Cam Boozer, which I will talk about next. And yeah, so next is the NBA draft. Today is July 1st, 2026, and the NBA draft happened about a week ago, and Ja got traded a few days ago. So, but yeah, so we got the third pick in the NBA lottery, which is very exciting. So we got Cameron Boozer from Duke, who is a very skilled NBA ready player, with a high IQ, and is very consistent as well. So I think he'll be very good for us. At first, I was kind of skeptical and didn't want him really. I wanted Darren Peterson or even Caleb Wilson, but after thinking about it for a few weeks and looking at stats and all that, I'm starting to like him a lot. And I think he will fit our team very well because in the past we've been the grit and grind era is what we've been with like a very tough, physical kind of norm on our team. So we're kind of bringing that back with Cam Boozer, which I like. He's compared to Paulo Banchero and even Julius Randle, kind of like a 6'9", 6'10" forward who can kind of do everything. So I'm excited to see what he can do for us. He's obviously the new face of our team with Ja being gone and Bain and Jaren. So we'll have to see. It'll definitely be a few years before we're contenders in the playoffs, but we're in that rebuilding phase. So hopefully he fits well. Hopefully he does good and brings back that grit and grind era. So we'll see. I have high hopes. The next player we drafted was Kareem Lopez, and he's a very versatile forward, good scorer, can honestly do everything on both sides of the ball, which is he's good. He played in Mexico for a few years, so he has some experience, which is good. And I think he's honestly a steal of the draft. We got him at 21, I believe, because we had 16, but we traded back with a few teams to get some picks, and we ended up getting 4 for our second round picks. I guess we kind of knew who we wanted to get. We knew our guy. We knew we wanted to get this guy. So, yeah, that's what we did. We got 4 second round picks. Ended up using 2 of those, I believe, to get Isaiah Stewart, which I'll touch on next. But yeah, Kareem Lopez, I mean, he's compared to Franz Wagner even. Denny Avdija on the Blazers. So I guess, yeah, Zach Kleiman in the front office liked him a lot. I mean, he looks pretty good. I'm excited to see what he can do. He's got some experience overseas, so I think that'll help him out a lot. But I mean, we'll see. And then we got Isaiah Stewart, like I mentioned, who's his nickname is Beef Stew. It's kind of funny. But he's kind of bringing more like grit and grind era back to Memphis. He's a big physical guy. Brings excitement to the team. With more physicality down low to help Edie out, and he's a great shot blocker and defender and can make some dunks, bring the crowd into it. So I think he'll be good to have on our team. But yeah, and then another player we got was Richie Saunders. We got him in the second round from out of BYU, and he's pretty good. He's an elite shooter, which is much needed on our team. So I think he'll fit in well on our team because obviously we lost Luke Kennard last year. So we do need some shooting, but only downside is he is 25. But we're a very young team, so we can afford to have some older players on there as well. But at the same time, that means he's very experienced. And he'll come in, won't be a young rookie. He'll have some experience that can help guide the other guys into their role. And also, he's a solid defender. Has high IQ, is tough. And he would have honestly been a higher draft pick if he was younger and wasn't coming off an ACL injury. So I think this could be a big steal of draft. We're known for being a great second round drafting team, and ESPN ranked our whole draft as A plus, and that was the only team who got ranked A plus in this draft. So I'm excited to see what they can all do. We're obviously a very young team, like we've always been in the last 8 or 9 years. But yes, so for the next few years, we're not going to be great. We're in that rebuilding phase, but I'm excited to see what we can do with these players. So, yeah. And lastly, I'm going to just touch on the rebuild again and how our kind of main core from 2021 to 23, that era with Dylan Brooks, Ja, Bane, Jaren, Steven Adams, all that group is all gone, which is sad to see because they were expected to be like contenders for many years and they just kind of fell apart. That's kind of sad to see for me as a fan because I kind of grew up like being a Ja fan. Like I started being a big Grizzlies fan once Ja got drafted and then that whole team. So it's sad to see it fall apart, but it is what it is. I'm excited for the future with Cam Boozer and our other rookies, and we have a lot of money to spend with all those contracts gone and Bane, Jaren, and Ja. So free agency started yesterday, so I can see he's making some moves, making some trades, making some signings. There's not great free agents, but we can make some signings, and we'll see what happens. But it's a new era of Memphis basketball, so I'm excited to see what we can do. I think our goal should be, from the front office point of view, to kind of build around Cam Boozer, Cedric Howard, and Zach Edey, because those are our core guys that we've kept and have promising futures. So I hope we can keep those guys and they can turn out to be good. And also, we need to maintain some veteran leadership. We have Taj Gibson and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, who are not great at basketball, but they're old, they're experienced, they can have that leadership in the locker room, which is what we need. I think we need more of that too. But we'll see what happens. We have some more first-round picks next year. We got so much from the Bane Jaren trade, so we have a lot of picks that can be trade assets or can just turn out being picks in next year and the next year's draft. So I think this year and the next year could be a little bit of a struggle in the rebuilding phase, but that's how it is. But I think in the next 3-4 years we can be contenders again. But so it's gonna be kind of a grind these next few years being a fan, but it is what it is. I'm excited to see the development of all these players and what's next for the Grizzlies. So that's all I've got today. Hopefully I'll come back soon and talk some more ball. But yeah, exciting time for the Grizzlies. All right, peace.